Hi everyone, sorry about the really bad lighting. The sun's really weird and it's shining right on directly on the car and at a funny angle, so it's a bit weird. So I've popped out today, popped to the range. I need to get a small tank because my African land snails have laid some eggs. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I've just gobbled down my breakfast and dashed out the house. And obviously clean my teeth, obviously. But yeah, they've laid some eggs. I've got rid of most of them. They normally lay about 300 or something like that, not far off. And because it's been 2 clutches, I think they've laid. And you freeze them while they're eggs so that they don't hatch. It kills the embryos. But I've got 6 that I've kept because I want some more African land snails. Over the last 4 years, I think I had the other ones. I lost all but one. The 1 year, 2 of them died randomly. You do get duds now and again. I mean, it is then just a natural creature, so some live longer than others. The others did, I think it was 3 years. The one I've got now is about 4, I think, something like that. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, the one I've got left is 4 years old. And they normally do about 5 or 6 years, I've found. So obviously I wanted some more babies. I'm currently babysitting 2 5-year-olds who have just laid the eggs. So I'm going to save some eggs for me so that when the 2 go back, I'll still have my babies and I'll have my one that I've already got. The one I've already got will stay in her own tank. Her own tank. But I'm going to get a tank for the babies so they can grow. And I've still got that 3 foot by 1 foot fish tank that I used to keep the big ones in when I had lots of them. So I've got perfect housing for them and everything. All it is the tank that my snail's in at the moment. I can't leave the eggs in there because they'll escape when they hatch, because the way it's basically a fish tank. A small fish tank, and it's got like one of those plastic lids that sort of just balances on top, but there's a gap all the way around and a hole in the middle. So I can't keep them in there, or else I'll have them escaping around my house and then I'll have a nightmare finding them. So I've got to do that. Then I've got to get some Fimo because I want to make some inset eyes for my dolls. I've got to get some form of matte varnish. I'm going to try and get a Liquitex one to varnish the dolls once they're painted to protect the paint, because at the moment I just rely on Mod Podge. But after testing the one doll with my 5-year-old nephew, the paint stays on but it does chip a little bit, so I need to get some proper varnish to make that stay on. The only other varnish I've had is I've got like a spray sort of fixative stroke varnish, but I can't use it because it makes my asthma bad, so I need to get something I can brush on that doesn't stink. So I've popped to the range because I should be able to get both of those things, the 3 things from here. So yeah, I'm going to go pop in, go and get my stuff, and I'll talk to you later. I popped in the range and I thought if anyone else is setting up an African land snail set from scratch, they've got this set in the range. It's 30 quid, but it has got everything you need, like hydrometers and everything. I didn't need to buy that because I've already got all the kit, but I thought I'd just let you know about that. Then I always say hello to the little fish that they have in the range. They've got a couple of fish tanks set up on display with fish in, and the bloke who looks after the fish is really good. He can give loads of good advice, and he does look after the fish properly. This is the big tank that I eventually want to get. I'll show you the price in a bit. It's a 100-litre tank, is it? Is it 100? Yeah, 100-litre tank. It can be tropical or cold water, and it's 160 quid. That's what I want to upgrade my baby's fish tank to eventually. So I've got to save up. And I always come and say hello to the little fish because they're cute. So yeah, have a little look at those while I'm in there. Okay, so I managed to get the tank I need. So that's my tank. It's a 12-litre tank, which will do them for at least the first year, so that's fine. I got some new filter replacement for my small fish tank for the babies, and because I needed that. I've got some Liquitex matte medium to prime the dolls before I paint them, and the gloss varnish for when I want shine afterwards. I was going to get the matte varnish, but I'll get that when I get paid. Then I've got my Fimo. So for now I've got the matte medium and I've got the gloss varnish, so that'll do me for now. But yeah, and this is the tank. I've already got the proper soil I need and water bowls and everything else, so it was just a case of getting a new container. So now I'm going to go home and get that all set up. Hi everyone, you'll have to excuse the noise. We're about to have a thunderstorm, so there's some really big fat rain hitting the roof of my veranda at the moment. So we have 8 little baby eggs, and it would appear that we have a newly hatched one. So if anyone wonders what African land snails look like when they're newborn, they look like this. There appears to be someone in there. It doesn't appear to be an empty shell or anything. So I'm keeping hold of that one as well. And we'll see if anyone comes out afterwards. The eggs are there. There's the eggs, and yeah, we seem to have some babies. Yes. So this is their tank. This is where I'll be keeping them, and they're all set up and ready to go. So all I've got to do is when they hatch, I'll check that one's alive afterwards, but when they hatch, I have to put the cuttlefish in and obviously feed and put the water and everything in. So yeah, there we go. If you'd like to see more, click on the subscribe button, and my links are in the description box. If you'd like to support me on Patreon, I'm fumsmusings on Patreon. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.